Welcome to the patch overview for 4.2 King of the Kappa. This patch has the newest SMITE god along with some sweet new skins and balance changes. First up, celebrate Valentine's Day in style with Heartbreaker Nox. This Queen of Hearts inspired skin has all new FX and a brand new royal sounding voice pack. Next is Fafnir, who becomes armored in dragon bones in his new Dreadlord skin. He gets a smoky FX makeover and his dragon form is a full-out dragon skeleton. For those of you grinding fantasy points in the season ticket, we've got a brand new reward for you. Swarm Sentry Amuzin Cobb is a futuristic skin that will be available at level 10 of the season ticket. He's got a robotic look and his abilities all receive sci-fi updates. Next up, we're bringing a little rock to SMITE with Mini Metal Jingwei. She's got a punk-inspired look, complete with a hardcore crossbow and a new angsty voice pack. Jingwei also gets a dance emote this patch to complete her metal idol look. Morrigan gets her mastery skins this patch, and Shablanke gets his mastery skins updated. With 4.3, we've made a few changes to Clash. We're tweaking some of the jungle boss stats, as well as adjusting several buff strengths. Time for some item changes. 8-pointed Shuriken, Wind Demon, and Poison Star all see an increased gold cost. And now, let's move on to god changes. Chiron receives a physical power buff to his Giddy Up ability, and Centaurus gets an increased damage. Kronos gets a few buffs this patch. Wheel of Time sees increased magical power and basic attack power. Accelerate gets higher movement speed, and Stop Time gets increased damage. Nike's to Victory ability gets a nerf to bonus movement speed and power, plus Ren gets an increased cooldown. Scatty's Permafrost gets an additional effect where Scatty will now retain her speed buff for 3 seconds after leaving Permafrost. Sylvanas gets a decreased base magical power. And finally, it's time to meet the newest SMITE god, Kuzumbo King Kappa. The Japanese Guardian is ready to summon his Kappas and deal some serious turtle power. His passive is Water Bowl. Kuzumbo fills the bowl of water on his head each time he takes damage, granting him damage reduction. However, if he's knocked up or disrupted in any way, his bowl loses half of its water. His first ability is called Nene Kappa. Kuzumbo summons a Nene Kappa who can bounce off walls. If Nene Kappa hits an enemy god, he jumps out of his shell and attacks. His second ability is Shell Spikes, where Kuzumbo extends the spikes on his shell, reflecting damage. His third ability is Sumo Slam. Kuzumbo charges forward and pushes the first enemy god hit with him, damaging other gods he hits. Finally, his ultimate is called Watery Grave. Kuzumbo jumps into his shell and spins around, summoning currents that knock enemies back, damaging them. He also gains movement speed and can move in any direction, dealing less damage with each spin. And that's it for the patch overview for 4.2 King of the Kappas. As usual, you can read the complete patch notes on SmiteGame.com or click on this annotation to watch the patch notes show.